Hi there, and thanks for joining us again for this week's Excellence Assembly for Bethersden Primary School. It's lovely that you have tuned in to see what has been going on in our school. It's also lovely that you're celebrating in the successes of all the children in our school. As always, we'll begin our Excellence Awards with our youngest children, those that are in Bumblebee class. Our first award this week goes to Ava, who is always joining in with all her online lessons. She's always had such a positive attitude as well, each and every day. Every time a question is asked, she's the first to have her hand in the air, and the team are so proud of the way she always positively engages with every single activity. Ava, thank you for making your team smile. Mrs. Osborne and Miss Finn are incredibly proud of you, so a big well done to you. Our second award this week is for Brooklyn. Brooklyn has been showing independence and an excellent let's have a go attitude to everything he's been doing. The team are so proud of how you're always encouraging each other and trying to motivate your friends when you see them find things a little bit tricky as well. Brooklyn, this has been wonderful to see. Keep it up. We are all incredibly proud of you. Moving into our class this week. Our first award this week goes to Nancy for an excellent attitude towards all of her learning. Nancy, you're joining with all the live sessions and you've embraced the difficult task of learning online very, very quickly. Not only do you pay full attention to your learning, but you are also able to report back to Mum about what you need to do. And this is not always an easy task for you. You've also been busy on Spelling Shed. Your work is carefully completed and neatly presented each and every time. Well done, Nancy. Your dedication to this has been amazing, and your team of Mrs. Green, Mrs. Moss, Mrs. Grace and Miss Hoogan are very, very, very proud of you. Our second award of the week in our class is for Alfie for his excellent attitude towards every aspect of his learning. Alfie, you have embraced online learning with enthusiasm and you work well in every single curriculum area. Your learning in RE shows a great maturity above your years. Your dedication towards your DT included getting Grandad involved in helping you there, and your maths understanding is just fabulous. The team love how you manage to get your love of dinosaurs into your learning so very often. Alfie, they are all very proud of you, and it comes from Mrs. Green, Mrs. Moss, Mrs. Grace and Miss Hoogan. Moving into Dear Class now. Our first award of the week in Dear Class goes to Shelby for her proactive and hard-working attitude, particularly in maths. Shelby, you're good at recognising when you need a bit more help or support, and you listen carefully to the advice you're given by your supporting adults. You've been persevering when something's been difficult, and this attitude has really helped you to succeed. You're always involved in our Google Meet sessions, and you're keen to make sure you fix any technology issues so that you don't miss anything important. A big well done to you, Shelby, from Mr. Cook and Miss Simpson. Our second award this week in Dear Class is for Harrison for the excellent learning and the effort you've been putting across in all of your remote learning areas. You're producing huge amounts of writing, but you're also working at a very, very high standard. You've been trying hard to present your work in a similar way to that you would do when you're in school, and it's lovely to see that your conscientious attitude and your pride in your learning hasn't changed even in these difficult circumstances. Harrison, you're always happy, positive and desperate to do your best. A big well done to you from your team in Dear Class. Now move into Otter Class. Our first award this week in Otter Class is for Vienna, who has been getting into the swing of remote learning in her maths. Vienna, you're always ready to start your maths lesson on time and you answer questions all the way through in the online sessions. You're patient when your classmates pop up on screen and have their own question to ask, and you stay focused on your learning. So a big well done to you, Vienna. Your team of Mrs. Solomon and Miss Nexter are very, very proud of you. Second award in Otter Class this week is for William, who's been taking remote learning in his stride. William, you've tackled every piece of learning set, and on some occasions you've gone above and beyond to extend your own knowledge. In your work on the Romans, William, you use the power of your brother's knowledge to find some extra facts about the Romans and their slaves. I'm so pleased to hear that you've been extending the Latin lessons we had just recently before Christmas. Well done to you, William. You liven up all the online lessons just like you do when you're in class, and that comes from Miss Nexter and Mrs. Solomon. Now moving our awards on, we enter Badger Class. Our first award this week is for Lola for the effort and enthusiasm you have shown towards all of your learning. You arrive at school eager to learn and ready to help, especially when Miss Bennett's computer stops working. You've been trying your very best in every lesson, and it's been lovely to see you participating more in the Google Meet lessons. A big well done to you, Lola, from Miss Bennett. The second award this week is for William and for the outstanding effort you've shown towards all of your learning. You've not allowed learning from home to slow you down, and you'll continue to work hard in all that you do. It's been a pleasure to work with you on our maths group, and tackling those tricky power maths questions. You've been a gem, William. So a big well done to you from Miss Bennett. Now moving to Year 6 with our Fox class, and we've got 2 awards this week. The first of those awards is for Alex for consistently attending every lesson and submitting every bit of learning, and in particular for your outstanding online explanation to the whole class of the use of the rack to torture and punish people in Tudor times. Something that sounds like it captured your imagination there, Alex. A big well done to you from Mr. Clark and Mrs. Taylor. Our second award in Fox class this week goes to Lois for consistently attending every single lesson and submitting all her learning. In particular, your careful planning and videoing of a short film which demonstrated all the techniques you had learned during the computing lesson. Well done to you from Mr. Clark and Mrs. Taylor. Now, Mr. Clark very kindly shared Lois's video with me, and I've got great pleasure in sharing that with you now. A very well done to you, Lois, and well done for getting your sister involved there as well in supporting with your learning. Now, we've got a few birthdays to celebrate this week. A very happy birthday to Lou, Rose and Oliver. You celebrated your birthdays yesterday, and today it is Tilly's turn to have her birthday, so Tilly, a very many happy returns to you today. Now, continue our theme of our lockdown legends. This is where we celebrate families who have gone above and beyond in managing the remote learning situation. I'm delighted to say this week we have got a standout nomination for our lockdown legend. This week's lockdown legends are the Austin family, who have been completing all remote learning to an incredibly high level, as well as mum performing a critical worker role to throw it into the equation as well. Both children have been present in all the live lessons and have totally focused as they would have done when they've been in class. They've handled the transition to learning from home in a mature and sensible manner. Both the teams in Bumblebee and Otter class were unanimous in nominating you this week, and we just say a huge well done and thank you for your support at this time. As always, little final reminders that we do send out important information on Parent Mail, including forms, and we do ask, please do check them to make sure you're not missing out on any important information. You can also keep in touch with everything going on at our school in the following ways. We draw your attention to the families@bethersden.kent.sch.uk email, which is the fastest and easiest way to get support for anything at all you need. It's monitored by 2 members of the leadership group at all times, and is handled in a very sensitive and discreet way. So please do contact that address with anything where you need support. Please take care over the weekend, have a great time with your family, and we look forward to seeing you again on Monday as we restart our remote learning offer. Bye for now.